Alright, well, here's all my 360 games. Special editions are still up there, I'll get to them after, but with all these games, let's play some 360 games and Red Ring of Death. Going to need to buy a new 360. Hello everyone, thanks for watching To a Level here with another collection video. So yeah, I have a lot of 360 games. Basically during high school is when I kind of started collecting. Oh, this is a bit crooked. And yeah, so the 360 was kind of my go-to system in high school, so I bought a bunch of games, kept a lot of them, traded a bunch in. I used to have way more, like I don't have Gears of War and quite a few others that I can't name. I just know I don't have any Gears of War physically anyways, but yeah, and I really enjoyed the 360, but it was one of the most faulty systems in the world with the Red Ring of Death, disc burns, if the disc wobbled a little bit, it would kind of like snap the disc, and so many issues. But it didn't take until the 360 Slim, which is the one I have currently. It's my third 360 throughout. Luckily that one fixed a lot of the heating problems and other issues, so I've had that one for years now. So yeah, we'll just go through 360 now because there's a lot of games. Again, yeah, there won't be gameplay shown. I also tried to order these a bit just so I can get through them a lot faster, take a kind of talk about them, and once I get through these I'll be talking about the special edition games, which are still up at top of my cabinet here. So yeah, let's get started, and if there's any games you want to see gameplay of or want to know more about, just let me know. I'll be more than happy to add this, and I'll probably add some background video game music. Not sure what I'll add yet. Like, I probably can't add Halo without a lot of copyright strikes or anything, like which again, I don't mind getting those, I just don't want the video to be muted type of thing, right? But let's begin, and we'll start with the sports ones because those ones, tend not to be the greatest, but yeah. So these are kind of the ones I have. So FIFA Street, kind of arcade, or FIFA Street 3, kind of arcadey, soccer, football game, whatever you want to call it. And it was okay, not the greatest though. Then I got a bunch of NHL 2K titles because I grew up with EA, never played a lot of the 2K stuff, so I want to get 2K. Then yeah, some boxing ones, Face Breakers and Fight Night Round 4. Fight Night I wish they would bring back. It was an excellent series that really pushed the hardware and all that, but yeah, really fun boxing game. Face Breakers, was okay, supposed to be kind of, almost like trying to create a new Punch-Out type game without being Punch-Out. It was a pure boxing game, but yeah, not greatest. And then two football ones. I don't even know how I still have Madden 10. I'm glad I did, because through one of Lame Dad's Retro Gamers videos, I got to be a part of his Madden Sucks thing, and so I got to use this game, so worked out perfect. And then yeah, Blitz the League. So Blitz, really fun arcade, destroy everyone, and this was when they lost the NFL's kind of license, so yeah, they did their own thing. And with that, yeah, I guess I'll just keep going. So, Enchanted Arms, really great JRPG early on the 360. Very fun to play, very cheap to pick up, highly recommended. It's from Software. So, yeah, really cool game. Then, ooh, oh shoot, did I? I accidentally mixed up one of the games. Oh well. I have Dragon Age 1 and 2, Dragon Age Origins and Awakening 2. I accidentally mixed up, but yeah, these are pinnacle RPGs. So Origins, still Origins, here we go. One of the greatest RPGs ever made still. So fun back during BioWare's kind of golden years, and Awakening, really awesome standalone expansion. It takes place after the events of the first game and all that, kind of right after, and yeah, like you get 20-30 hours of this great expansion, and still a fantastic game. Then we have Jeopardy and Wheel of Fortune. These are my two favorite versions of these, just because of how kind of authentic they kind of are, you know, having the late Alex Trebek for Jeopardy and kind of this little me type form and all that. Like, yeah, some of the animations are a bit cursed and all that, but it just really feels like Jeopardy. And it's the same with Wheel of Fortune. It's really cool having Pat Sajak, Vanna White, all that. And yeah, these are two of my favorite game show games to play. I absolutely love them. Then we have Risen 1 and 2. So this series started off so great with Risen 1, and you know, on the 360 definitely had its issues, but you can play this game on Series X with a lot of improvements and all that, so it's a lot more fun to play. I kind of recently got this, I can't remember when I got this, but yeah, really cool. And then Risen 2, it was okay, you know, pirates, kind of RPG and all that, and back then there weren't a whole lot of pirate games, so it was kind of unique for its time, so yeah, but Risen, it sort of fell apart after kind of the first game, and then second game being okay, and third game just being a train wreck. Overlord 1 and 2. These games are a blast to play, and it's so cool to play these on Series X. Like, I absolutely love both of these games. They're like action-adventure type titles where you playing as an overlord commanding minions, and you kind of have a morale system where you can choose to be sort of good or purely evil. And who doesn't love being purely evil? At least in game form. And then we have, yeah, Mass Effect 1 and 2. 3 I have the special edition of, so I'll show that later at the end. But yeah, Mass Effect, BioWare, they did an amazing job. And, you know, yes, but Mass Effect 3 or, you know, the ending and all that, we all know about it, but it's not as bad as people make it out to be. In my opinion, it's still really great to play in. These two, especially Mass Effect 2, fantastic. Like, the ending of Mass Effect 2 is one of the best I have ever played, and man, BioWare just knocked it out of the park. And I'm going to make these in segments just so it's a lot easier for me to sort of catch my breath, kind of, you know, go through all this. So I'll be back in a second. Alright, I'm back. I also moved the camera up a little bit because I had to kind of crouch down a bit more than I like to. So let's continue on. We'll continue with kind of the superhero games I have here. So first, disc only, but Spider-Man 3. It's a bad game, but man, is it hilarious. Just the amount of glitches and weirdness that happens in the game. And I did a stream on this not too long ago, and yeah, just it makes me laugh so much. I love it for all the wrong reasons. Then we have Spider-Man Shattered Dimensions. I absolutely love this. Now you'll see here, it's signed. And yes, I got this signed in 2012 by the late Stan Lee, rest in peace. So yeah, this is a really great game. I couldn't really think, I didn't really have anything for Stan Lee to sign, so I'm like, well, he narrates in this game. But yeah, really cool game where you play as 4 different Spider-Man, and one of them is voiced by Neil Patrick Harris, and yeah, just really cool game, very underrated Spider-Man game. Then Spider-Man Friend or Foe, I picked this up not too long ago, and it's decent, but it's definitely made a lot more for kids and co-op and all that. It's pretty easy. It has James Arnold Taylor, I believe. I think that's his name. Anyways, kind of the voice of like Titus from Final Fantasy X or Ratchet from Ratchet and Clank, but not too bad. This one was kind of disappointing. It's Deadpool, so yeah, this voiced by Nolan North, and it's an alright game, but very repetitive, and just kind of humor they tried to put into this game was just like, okay, you're trying a little too hard, and all that. It's, so for a Deadpool game, I was hoping for a bit more, but it's a bit on the bland side, I would say. Then we have Hellboy Signs of Evil, so I picked this up for very cheap at like the Expo in 2021, I think. Man, it's been a while since I've been to an Expo, but yeah, and this game's not very good. I was going to play it as part of my quest to find good licensed game, but the video for this game was so bad that I just didn't even bother posting it. But yeah, this, it's cool that they have the voices and all that of like Ron Perlman, but yeah, it's just it's repetitive and not much to it. Then the first game I did my quest to find good licensed games, Iron Man, so again, another mediocre titled movie tie-in, and it's really weird because I think like the cutscenes they had Robert Downey Jr. and then all of a sudden other cutscenes they like the regular gameplay they used a different it was really weird, but yeah, it's another kind I had fun with kind of the wrong reasons with this game, but it's another kind bland, not much replay to it. Then, yeah, Marvel Ultimate Alliance, so yeah, fantastic game. I still have to get the second and third game at some point because I do like this series and all that. Like, I know the second game's cheap, third game's probably a bit more expensive being exclusive on Switch and all that, but yeah, this was actually the first ever 360 game I got on Christmas in 2006, along with some others I'll mention later on, but yeah, once they come up, but really, really love this game. Here we go, Dragon Age 2, so yeah, I was talking about this, like, yeah, I accidentally mixed it up, but this was a bit of a disappointment for sure, high expectations for this game. It's still a lot of fun to play, just, you're kind of reusing the same environments. It almost feels claustrophobic because there's not a whole lot of exploring and a lot of things that made the first Dragon Age so great. You're kind of just stuck in one place, and even when you do explore, it's the same kind of dungeons and areas, the same textures over and over, but yeah, not too bad. I did love Inquisition, though. I think more people need to play that. I have that game on PS4, but yeah, really like that one. Another one I mixed up because... Or do I have the second game? Maybe I don't. Anyways, we have The Darkness, so yeah, really great game, based off comic and all that, and yeah, just really, really cool, kind of dark game, and don't know when I got this, but it looks like has some kind of like Blockbuster type sticker on the back, but yeah, really cool game. And then Star Wars Force Unleashed, so yeah, this was fantastic. I mean, really cool original story that takes place between the third and fourth films and all that, where you play as Darth Vader's apprentice, and just so much of this game was so cool. Yes, there were certain scenes that may have been forged a little bit, but, still a wonderful, wonderful Star Wars game. One of my favorites. And then we have Divinity 2, so I haven't dove into this one too much, kind of one of my more recent pickups, and it's a pretty okay game, from Atlas and Focus Entertainment and all that, and pretty solid kind of action RPG, but yeah, I kind of prefer the newer Divinity games where it's kind of top-down Diablo style and all that, but this is still pretty solid, especially on the or I should say Xbox Series X because I think might be in my collection. Like, I think I have the original Divinity 2, only this version, the Dragon Knight Saga version, actually works on Series X, not the original, just so you know. Then we have Silent Hill Homecoming, another game I haven't dived into too much, but the little bit I played is kind of spooky and, you know, very cliched and all that, and it's really cool. We're getting Silent Hill 2 remake, a bunch of other Silent Hill games coming sometime, so yeah, really cool. And then Blue Dragon, absolutely love this game. I still have to beat it though. I got pretty far, but yeah, kind of the first game by Mistwalker, which was made up of a bunch of ex-employees of big JRPGs of, you know, from like Final Fantasy, Wild Arms, Shadow Hearts, all that, and yeah, had the Final Fantasy composer on this, along with the Dragon Quest, and Dragon Ball, there we go, artists. Not going to say the names because I know I'll butcher them, but yeah, really cool, and this was going kind of act like a spiritual successor to Dragon Quest. You know, didn't quite take off the way I think Mistwalker wanted, and yeah, it's too bad because it is a fantastic series. I highly recommend Blue Dragon and basically all Mistwalker games, right? And Microsoft did a big push for JRPGs on the 360 because with the original Xbox, they didn't really appeal to too many Japanese players out there, right? So they made a lot of deals with Japanese developers to make either exclusives or time exclusives, and yeah, Mistwalker was one of the ones they picked up, so that's a fantastic game. Then, game I beat last year from them, Lost Odyssey, which I kick myself every time that I didn't beat this game earlier, and now this one I don't have the manual, it's just the discs, which I should say, if I'll only kind of open and show if I don't have a manual. It's just kind of like going through all these, so it takes a lot, but yeah, because I originally bought this day one, but I was in high school at the time and didn't really have the time to dive in, so I eventually traded in, bought this game back, you know, a few years later, and, you know, I'm so glad I got to play it. I hope to get the manual at some point because, yeah, this game is one of the best games on the 360, not just JRPGs. This is a fantastic game that I think more people need to play. You play as Kine, you know, who has, it plays on cliches, has amnesia, but he's like an immortal, and you kind of find out later on why he's an immortal and all that, and you find other immortals too, and so yeah, you can't die. It's a really cool story, you know, and yeah, plays great on the Series X2, even Xbox One, because I remember I was playing a lot of it on the Xbox One, and yeah, the frame rate's so much better on there. Then we have Fable 2. I do have Fable 3, but again, special edition, but Fable 2, my favorite of the Fable games. So good. Yes, it's still, we were still lied to from the famous Peter. But yeah, a fantastic game and really cool of just, you have a lot of freedom. It's not the longest RPG, you know, maybe around 20 hours or so, but it is really cool of just kind of living in this world of Albion, and, you know, you get to do whatever you want. If you want to keep working, you want to do quests, you want to have a house, you want to sleep with 20 people, like, have a family, whatever you want to do. It's just really cool to have that much choice and freedom, right? Then, bunch of Call of Duty games, and I actually got like all these from basically my mom. So yeah, Black Ops 1 and Modern Warfare 3 and then Ghosts, but yeah, you know, it's Call of Duty, they're shooters, they're the same, not much to say. Black Ops though is still a lot of fun to play. And then yeah, we have Assassin's Creed games again. Assassin's Creed 3, I have special edition, so that's why it's not in here, but we have 1, 2, Brotherhood, and Revelations. Revelations was a bit of a letdown, especially the tower defense minigame they had in there, but the other ones, especially 2 and Brotherhood, fantastic, and even the first game's a bit underrated, right? Like, you know, and yeah, really cool, just, yeah, great experience, just, yeah, you know, kind of classic AAA game where it was popular and Ubisoft just made too many until we were sick of it. And, you know, the kind of reboot ones are okay, but I haven't been able to get back into Assassin's Creed. Like, the last one I beat was Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag. There we go, not Black Frag. There we go. But yeah, really cool series, and yeah, that's it for this pile. So, but yeah, Black Flag was fantastic, just couldn't get into other ones, but that's it for this pile, so I'll be right back and we'll continue this. Okay, back. I'll try to get a little bit faster. I've been mumbling a bit too much, but yeah, and if you notice kind of my light kind of going, you know, brighter or dimming a little bit, it's just in the background I have my TV on with the PS5 on just to have a bit more light because I'm filming this at night and there's no light here and all that, but let's begin. So, James Bond games, so these are all Daniel Craig ones. So we have Legends, Bloodstone, and Quantum of Solace. So yeah, Quantum of Solace, really fun game, just super short, but yeah, a lot of fun. Bloodstone, very underrated. It's a ton of fun, especially the driving segments, which I think this game was partially made by Criterion, so it would make sense why the driving's so good. And then 007 Legends, the game that killed Eurocom. So yeah, it's a bit disappointing, and this game isn't even complete. Technically, I can't complete it because, you know, all 007 games are kind of removed from the store and all that, and there was a freeze or ending, right? Which I guess was still confusing, but if you want this game complete, you actually, like all on disc, you actually have to buy the Wii U version of this, so yeah, but that was kind of disappointing because that one was supposed to kind of celebrate all of Bond's history, so the levels were based off of, you know, kind of 5 different Bond films of like one from Connery, Roger Moore, Pierce Brosnan, Daniel Craig, and then I guess the one from the only one from Timothy Dalton. There might be one Bond I'm not thinking of. I probably am. You guys can. You will let me know in the comments. You'll be like attacking me for it, so that's okay. I can handle it. But yeah. Moving on though, Call of War has Bound by Blood, so this one I actually haven't played yet, so I can't really say much about it, just I hear good things about the Call of War has kind of games, so yeah. Then we have Ace Combat 6, so I love kind of these dogfighting type games. There's actually quite a few more I want to get, like Tom Clancy's Hawk and few other ones, but yeah, Ace Combat games really fun. I still have to try the VR in Ace Combat 7, but I might wait till like the PS5 VR comes out in February or something, if I have the money to get, because that's going to be kind of expensive. Like, that VR costs more than a PS5, right? So but yeah, fun game. Here we go. Music games. So yes, that's all of them. So Rock Band, DJ Hero, and Guitar Hero. So start with some Rock Band. So yeah, I'm not sure where I put out the instruments or anything. They're kind of in storage, so I'm not going to get them out. But yeah, Rock Band 1 and 2. You know, I really wanted to get 3, but at the time, you know, kind of the series was dying and my friends weren't too interested anymore, so, you know, kind of stopped after 2, but really cool, you know, party games. They're, you know, and they're still really fun party games, right? Like if you have friends over and you'd say, let's play Rock Band, everyone's always down for it even. You know, it's like, oh yeah, I forgot about Rock Band, but yeah, really cool of, you know, having singer, you know, guitarist, bass guitar, drums, all that. 3 had like keyboardists too, because 3 they went all out to make them feel kind of realistic and all that, but fortunately Rock Band with Rock Band 4 killed Mad Catz. And then the highly underrated DJ Hero games, DJ Hero 1 and 2, really cool stuff, and this isn't even my type of music. Like I'm more into classic rock, hard rock, and heavy metal, right? So yeah, you wouldn't think these games would be for me, but man, they're a lot of fun, and just having this turntable is so fun to play with and all that, you know, where you would like kind of move this back and forth to simulate like scratching, and yeah, you would have a fader here, and yeah, just really great stuff. I love this. So we'll put that there for now. And then yeah, all the guitar, oh sorry, AC/DC Rock Band, so yeah, I love AC/DC, so I had to get this at some point, and yeah, really cool. And then yeah, Guitar Hero 2 and 3, so yeah, classic. And then yeah, Guitar Hero Metallica, because again, I love Metallica, right? So yeah, really cool stuff. And yeah, wish I had friends to, you know, play all that stuff with, but of course, Rock Band now, like if you got Rock Band 4 early, lucky you, because trying to buy that a game with all the instruments is ridiculously expensive now. And all the Need for Speed games on the 360. Now, I haven't gone through all of these. I've actually only played Carbon and Underground, which I really enjoyed both of these games. Like Carbon is very much like Need for Speed Most Wanted on like GameCube, and I guess it was on the 360 too, yeah. And then yeah, Underground, yeah, very fun game. And then yeah, I can't say much about the other 3, but I do know with Run, you know, this one's kind of mixed because there's a lot of quick time events and it's kind of weird, but yeah, have to try Pro Street and Shift at some point. And then all the Kinect stuff, so yes, have Kinect. I'm not going, I guess I could open this if I can find it there. Oh, there we go. Just quickly, you know. So, yeah. Connect. Just try. I didn't. This is why I didn't really want to break it out, because I knew the wires would go everywhere. Just put that back, but yeah, and then all the Kinect games I have, so I have. Oh, shoot, I must have missed 1 or 2 by accident, because I think I still have Dance Central. No, I don't see a purple. Maybe I don't. Okay. Yeah, I don't see a purple case or anything, so yeah, Kinect Adventures, which comes with Kinect, Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, which was weird using the Kinect. You Start 2, terrible game, where you kind of do movie scenes. Like, you could get a good laugh about doing like movie scenes like 300 or Terminator, but it's done so poorly. It's, yeah. Connectimals, which I think was ported on like iOS or something, and for whatever reason it's still called Connectimals. Doesn't really make sense. But yeah, kind of bad game too. Your Shape, you know, game that encourages you to work out. And then Kinect Sports, which was made by Rare, and this one actually isn't too bad, but really, you know, Kinect had some promise, but yeah, Microsoft didn't really know how to appeal to kind of the family audience, right? And so, yeah, Kinect eventually failed, never got Kinect for Xbox One or anything, and, you know, there were some things that were kind of neat, and, you know, with some voice commands and all that, but yeah, ultimately it just didn't work too well, and that's the end of that pile, so I'll be right back. Alright, we're getting there. Yeah, this is going to be a long video. But anyways, Red Dead Redemption, fantastic game. Still a lot of fun to play today. I recently got Red Dead on PS3 because, yeah, one more PS3 games, but yeah, really cool game. John Marston is iconic character already, and yeah, you know, this is easily the greatest Western game, besides maybe Red Dead Redemption 2. But, yeah, and the ending, oh man. What else can I say? Pretty much everyone knows about that game. Then we have Grand Theft Auto 4, so this was another one I recently picked up on PS3, but yeah, it's kind of interesting. I want to try and go back to this game, see, you know, do I still love it? Because no one talks about this game anymore, right? And yeah, it's kind of forgotten about. Then the Grand Theft Auto rip-off games, so Saints 1 and 2, which these games are fantastic. It's too bad that the company, you know, like Volition, all that, don't want to recognize Saints Row 1 and 2. And I get why, because, you know, they were very much just carbon copies of Grand Theft Auto, but they still did things really well, especially with the stories, like the story in Saints Row 1 and how, like, both games actually really great, and yeah, a lot of the mini games you play were really fun, and then Saints Row 2 with the co-op, like, I played this game entirely with a friend through co-op and all the missions, and that was such a blast. Then it's time for the Sonic games on 360, so we'll start with the infamous Sonic 06 or Sonic the Hedgehog. So, remember when I said Marvel Ultimate Alliance was the first game I got? Well, this was the other one I got with the 360, and, you know, still my original copy, but I'm one of the few people who actually likes this game now. Part of that is definitely for the wrong reasons, because the glitches are so hilarious, and I love glitches, like, they're some of my favorites, so, yeah, plus there's a lot of memories I have with this game, and the nostalgia, right? Like, it's too bad it turned out the way it did, because if it was polished and all that, it would have been great. Like, a lot of the levels are pretty, you know, you kind of see where the levels what they could have been, right? And yeah, it's just too bad it turned out the way it did. And then yeah, the Sonic Sega Genesis Ultimate Collection, Sonic's Ultimate Genesis Collection, that's it. So this is a really great collection. I have this on PS3 as well, and yeah, just a lot of great, you know, Sega games of like over 40 or whatever. Oh, it says that right there. Yeah, over 40 classics from Sonic the Hedgehog to Streets of Rage. But yeah, really cool and great collection to have, but they release collections like every week, it seems like, so yeah. And then Sega Superstars Tennis. This one's very underrated, a lot of fun with this one, you know, kinda Sega tried to do their own type of Mario Tennis stuff, and there's a lot of great fan service in this, but it was kind of forgotten. A lot of people didn't seem to like it. And then Sonic Unleashed, I'm so glad this can be played on the Series X because it plays so great there. The frame rate issues aren't an issue anymore, and I really love this game. And it's funny, when this game came out, everyone hated it so much, especially the Werehog stuff, but now all of a sudden it's like one of the most loved things, so yeah, it's kind of weird how all that works. And then Sonic Generations, yeah, this is what Sonic 06 should have been like, but oh well. And yeah, really fun game to still play today, kind of using both modern and old school, or classic Sonic, and yeah, really cool game. Then Burger King games, I think pretty much everyone knows about these three. For whatever reason, my Sneak King's just in black box, but yeah, Sneak King was kind of the best one, and then the other ones were kind of forgettable. And even Sneak King, you play for like 5 minutes, it's like, yeah, I've seen everything I need to see. Then the Halo titles, so yeah, Halo 3, ODST, and Reach. I do have the special edition of Reach, but that one is actually still in storage and all that, and again, I'm not taking it up just for this. But Reach, fantastic game, fantastic story, great multiplayer, all that stuff. It's still probably my favorite Halo game, that like for sure outside of kind of the mainline Halo stuff, right? And then yeah, ODST was pretty solid, and Halo 3 was, there's so many memories I have with this game, starting with, you know, Crackdown 1, where that's where you play the Halo 3 beta, which Crackdown, fantastic game too. And then we have like Shaun White and Tony Hawk games here. So Shaun White, the skateboarding one had potential, but ultimately a lot of the controls just fell flat and all that, because it was kind of cool where you're kind of coloring the world, everyone's taking skateboarding away and you have to rebel back and bring color and all that. Very similar to a game I'm sure somewhere here you probably can see it, maybe, you know, Saboteur, but yeah, you know, had potential. And then Shaun White snowboarding, I just couldn't get into. I tried, and yeah, plus my copy, man, I didn't realize how destroyed the front that is. And then we'll start with Shred, because I bought this by mistake. So I saw this for $1 or wherever at like a thrift store, and so I'm like, okay, I'll try this Tony Hawk game, you know, because nowhere on the front does it say you need the board. It's only on the back that says board required. So it's like, really? Either that, because yeah, on the front it's just Tony Hawk Shred, Big Air, Bigger Tricks, yes, Tony Hawk Shrek. I mean, in a way we get that with what, Tony Hawk's Underground 2, or 8, one of the Tony Hawk games. Anyways, moving on. And then Project 8 and Proving Ground, they weren't terrible and all that, but they just weren't the same, you know. Ever since American Wasteland, they just weren't the greatest. But that's it for this. We're getting close to the end. We're about halfway through, so let me stop and see you in a sec. Alright, welcome back. So yeah, we're on the last piles now, so yeah, I moved them a bit closer to me just so not like reaching over. So start with Orange Box. Fantastic, and it's too bad we're never getting a Half-Life 3, but you know, especially how Episode 2 ended, oh man. But yeah, one of the greatest collections of Half-Life, or Half-Life 2, then Episode 1 and 2, along with Portal and Team Fortress 2. Oh, and Portal's so great, I actually recently beat Portal 1 and 2, so yeah, just great stuff. And then 99 Nights, I was going to say 999, yeah, 99 Nights, so yeah, these are kind of action games in the same vein as your Dynasty Warrior stuff, and these weren't received too well, but I enjoy them because I have like, one of my guilty pleasures are Dynasty Warrior games. I was going to say guilty. What is my brain doing today? I must be doing this for way too long right now, but yeah, really, you know, I really enjoy them, but yeah, there's not much to them. They're just action games. And then Ninja Blade, so this is from Software, I believe. I can't see. Yes, from Software. And yeah, this was a pretty solid action game too, and had that sort of Dark Souls type vein to it, But yeah, I haven't played too much. I know when I record though, I'm like, oh, this opening sequence is pretty cool. Now Blur. This is basically realistic version Mario Kart. Like you have kind of your realistic, more looking driving sim. Not in the same realism as like Forza or anything, nothing that spectacular, but still you have, just kind of realistic graphics, but Mario Kart type gameplay where you have power-ups, and this is a really great game that I think a lot of people would enjoy. Splatterhouse, I actually haven't played through this yet, and this one doesn't have a manual. It's just... Whoops. Well, at least those aren't, like, expensive games. I'll be more careful. Yeah, so can't say much about this, but I don't think this remake was received too well. Another guilty pleasure of mine, it's a terrible game, Naughty Bear. So this one you play as a bear who's basically not invited to a party and all that, so he's mad and he wants to kill all the other bears, and it's like a Hitman version but with stuffed teddy bears. It's really weird, it's bizarre, and kind of disturbing, and it's terrible because you can, if you're caught, you just go into grass and all of a sudden you're hidden from everyone, so it's super easy too, but there's just something terribly fun about this game. I might be psychotic, I don't know. Let's not go there. Then we have two CSI games, so we have Fatal Conspiracy and Hard Evidence, which definitely sounds like a porn. But I love kind of the point and click, seek and find type adventure games and all that, so these play terribly, like the frame rate is awful in these, but another guilty pleasure of mine, they're just so relaxing for me, right? It's like just every now and then like to play these. Then Brothers in Arms, which I got from Power Up Gaming, don't really shop there anymore, so it's just the disc. But another kind of military shooter, not much to say about that. Then Fallen Angel, Sacred 2, or Sacred 2 Fallen Angel I should say, but pretty solid Diablo type game and all that, and fun to play multiplayer in. And then another kind of Diablo type, Dungeon Siege 3. So again, just the disc, but pretty solid. Time Shift, this game's a lot of fun. You get to manipulate time and all that, and it plays on the Series X, backwards compatible, so really cool. Very cheap to play to, but a very cool first person shooter. Then I still have the old sticker on this, but Plants vs. Zombies, so classic tower defense type game and all that, where you put up a bunch of different plants to stop the zombies, stop your vegetarian zombies. And very silly. I think pretty much everyone knows it. And then another thing that came, did this come with the Xbox? I believe this one did. This one came with my first Xbox, kind of arcade unplugged and all that, when Xbox was doing like Xbox Live Arcade stuff. So this includes Bejeweled 2, Geometry Wars, fantastic game, Wick Fabled of Souls, I don't remember that one, Texas Hold'em, Outpost, Koloki X, and then Backgammon, so just few arcade titles. And then Tomb Raider Underworld, solid Tomb Raider game, not the greatest, but quite fun. And then Homefront, I haven't even played this because I seen Lame Dad Retro Gamers review. I'm like, I don't need to play this, it's not supposed to be the greatest. And do not worry, I definitely did not pay $45 for this. This cost me like under $5. I still may have paid too much, but it's the end of that pile, so let me cut and start again. Alright, we're almost there, so let's just continue. So, Driver San Francisco, really great game. Out of all the Driver games, this actually might be my favorite, and silly concept of kind of going into other drivers and all that, and yeah, but it's a lot of fun, and again, it's backwards compatible, so really cool. Darksiders, a lot of fun, and yeah, kind of like not the most original game, like it uses a lot of aspects of like God of War and Zelda Ocarina of Time, but does it really well. And yeah, the first two Darksider games are great, and then after that they kind of just did other things. Like I haven't tried Darksiders 3, but I know like that one's supposed to be a Souls-like and wasn't too well received. Then we have Splinter Cell Double Agent. This one's a lot of fun, but this was also the start of where the Splinter Cell games were kind of shifting from just being stealth only to now you kind of choosing how you want to play the game, so bit mixed with people, but I still really enjoyed it. Shadows of the Damned, this is a lot of fun. I love Suda 51, or is it Suda 51 or Suda 52? I can't remember. But anyways, I love their games, so yeah, Shadows of the Damned, really great. It's also backwards compatible. Stuntman Ignition, so the Stuntman games were solid, but man, they were so frustrating because, yeah, you're stuntman on a movie set doing all these different stunts, and you have to be fast, accurate without, mistakes and all that, and it can be very frustrating to play. Then some Lego stuff, so Lego Batman 2, this was the start of the voice acting for the Lego games, pretty fun, and it's kind of weird to call it a Batman game since it includes all these different other DC heroes and villains. Then we have a double pack, so yeah, there's Lego Indiana Jones, and then Kung Fu Panda, so yeah, Indiana Jones, not too bad and all that. Kung Fu Panda, I don't really remember too much. Brutal Legend, I wish more people would try this game because yes, it did bamboozle people with the whole, turning an action adventure into a real-time strategy, but still, I hope more people try this because it is a lot of fun with a lot of great voice acting and a lot of great cameos from fantastic, heavy metal, hard rock type artists out there, right? And then, yeah, SpongeBob Truth and Square, I tried playing this, and yeah, it's basic. It's too bad because it looked like it was going to be a love letter to kind of SpongeBob games, kind of having levels based on SpongeBob episodes and kind of being a lot of that fan service, but it just fell flat for me. But I know quite a few people like that game, just it wasn't for me. Simpsons game, however, this was really fun. Now, what's interesting with this is every cover for the Simpsons game is actually different, so if you bought this on 360, you would get this cover, PS3 has a different one, PS2, DS, all that stuff, you get it. It's all different, which is kind of neat. And yeah, they definitely lied with saying they're going to put this on every console ever. Obviously we knew that was going to be true, but yeah, very fun adventure game that blends a lot of different elements together, and yeah, there's a lot of fun in this title. Chronicles of Narnia, Prince Caspian, so yeah, solid action, hack and slash action type game and all that, based on the film, and technically the book, I guess, but it's more the film and everything, but yeah, Narnia was kind of one of my first sort of experiences in books, especially fantasy, along with Harry Potter, so yeah, I kind of have soft spot for Narnia. And then we have Forza 2 and 4. So 4 is the one that came with my 360 Slim. And then Forza 2 might also been a pack-in title at some point. I can't remember, but I think people know about Forza. There's racing simulators. And then Castlevania Lord of Shadows. So yeah, the Lords of Shadows series was pretty solid and all that. Solid 3D venture titles and all that. And yeah, we'll see if Konami brings back Castlevania as well. Dead to Rights Retribution, so third game in the Dead to Rights series, and I would like to see this game, like this series, try and make a comeback, right? Because it was kind of solid series of detective with his dog and all that named Shadow, and yeah, kind of fun little series. Then Lord of the Rings Battle for Middle-earth 2, fantastic real-time strategy game. I'm not even big on any sort of strategy stuff, but yeah, I love this game, and it plays really great on the 360 for a real-time strategy. Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts, so this is very controversial, but I really enjoyed this game. Now, that's not to say I wasn't still disappointed with how this was the third entry in the Banjo universe, but still, I really liked it, kind of creating your own vehicles and the mini games you got to play and all that. Just, I probably would have been better received if it wasn't a Banjo game, right? But yeah, hopefully we'll get a proper Banjo series, but I think more people need to retry that game. Then Two Worlds 2, so yeah, Two Worlds was supposed to be the Oblivion killer, which yeah, did not or at least Elder Scrolls killer, so note to game developers, never name something that's going to kill a franchise, because most likely you're not going to be able to live up to that. But the second game, not too bad. The first game was quite the train wreck, but the second game, actually not too bad of an action RPG. And then Rainbow Six Vegas, so yeah, Tom Clancy Rainbow Six Vegas, so yeah, very fun game, and I remember the nightmares you could create using face cam for like the 360 camera and make your own face in there. But that's it for that pile. 2 more to go, and then special editions, and we're done. Okay, so here we go. So yeah, John Woo Percent Stranglehold, fantastic game, so fun. It's just too bad it's so short. Like, you can beat this probably in like 2 or 3 hours. It's that short, but really fun, Max Payne type style gameplay. It's just fantastic. Alpha Protocol, so this one's interesting. It's made by Obsidian, and I wish this game had more time to be polished, right? Because it's actually not too bad of a game, just there's a lot weirdness with it, where it's a really cool idea of like kind of this, spy RPG, and yeah, you can play it in so many different ways too. So I hope we can see either Obsidian or someone else make another game like this, because it's a really great idea, just not, could have been executed better with more time, right? Then Eternal Sonata. I love this game. Another game I recently got on PS3, but yeah, fantastic game, where you're playing kind of like Frederick Chopin's kind of death sequence, or like when he's in his deathbed and all that. It's like very imaginative game, and playing in kind of his dream world, and yeah, really cool stuff, and all like characters are named after something music related, and yeah, people need to check this game out. It's one of the best hidden gem JRPGs ever. Mirror's Edge, fantastic parkour. This is like a speedrunner's dream game, right? Because that's the whole point of this game, is running from point A to point B as quickly as possible. And yeah, I really enjoyed Catalyst. Also, I still have to go back and beat that one, but which I know a lot of people didn't really like that one because they changed quite a bit, but still enjoyed that one. But yeah, this one, very good, just super short. 2 humans, so this was, who was this made by again? Shoot, don't think it tells me on the back. Oh, there we go, Silicon Knights, that's it. So these are the same guys that made Eternal Darkness, and I believe they also did like Metal Gear Twin Snakes on GameCube, but yeah, unfortunately they screwed themselves with this game and all that, because this was originally supposed to be a trilogy, then the whole thing with them suing Epic over like the Unreal Engine and it backfiring because they weren't allowed to even use the engine or something like that, and they eventually went bankrupt, and pretty much after the GameCube they weren't able to make that great of games, right? Pretty much just Eternal Darkness and Twin Snakes that, yeah, they weren't able to recover. I know there was a Kickstarter for a spiritual successor to Eternal Darkness, but that didn't really work out, and yeah, but yeah, and this game, very awkward controls because you attack using the right thumbstick. It's very weird, and yeah, it's something I didn't really get into. Then we have Ghostbusters, the game. This is a fantastic game. A remaster was recently released not too long ago, but I can pretty much just play this on Series X, and that's my remaster. But yeah, really cool original story with original voice cast, and yeah, really awesome. Then Bioshock 1 and 2. So 2, I, couldn't get into. Oh, this is falling out. I'll just take the sleeve off. But Bioshock 1, I beat in a single weekend. I got it Friday night, and then I beat it like Sunday afternoon. I love this game so much. And then Bioshock 2, I still haven't finished, but yeah, Bioshock 1, fantastic. And just put the sleeve back on. Then Wolfenstein, haven't actually dove into this one, but I hear it's kind of forgettable. Return of Wolfenstein series, so can't say too much. And then Prototype 1 and 2, I still have to get through these games, but yeah, fantastic kind of anti-superhero type games and all that, and yeah, I still have to try and play them. Like, I played a bit of the first one, I loved it, but yeah, just haven't gone through too much. Then Tornado Outbreak, I did a Let's Get Weird video on this if you want to see kind of the gameplay and all that, but this is a fantastic Katamari type game, but instead of rolling a ball around to pick up objects, you're using a tornado to destroy everything, and the more you destroy, the bigger your tornado becomes, and very fun, just super short, right? But yeah, highly recommend that game. Saboteur, really awesome, underrated kind of GTA type game. Like, it's GTA mixed with Assassin's Creed because you're able to scale all these buildings and all that, and yeah, you're kind of taking back the land and everything's in black and white, and as you liberate the land, all the color returns. It's, yeah, people need to play this game. And then Star Trek Legacy, so pretty solid, kind of real-time simulator, I guess, and or strategy, and yeah, just I still have to get used to the controls, but it's really cool kind of having all these different past people from the Star Trek movies and TV shows and all that appear. So yeah, really cool use of the license. And then Cars 2, surprisingly fun, like a surprisingly fun just Mario Kart type game, and I did not expect to like this game nearly as much as I did. Godfather 2, this is so much fun, another Grand Theft Auto type game, but a lot shorter and a lot simpler of just taking over all these businesses and everything, and yeah, just highly recommend that game if you like Grand Theft Auto stuff. And Godfather, I guess. Yeah, if you like Godfather films and everything, yeah. Then Armored Core 5, so I want to get all the other Armored Core games at some point, but yeah, love Armored Core, and hopefully From Software will bring this back at some point. Hopefully, fingers crossed. There were rumors, but we'll see. Project Sylphid, very fun kind of dogfighting type game and all that, and yeah, really enjoy this one. Very Star Fox-esque to me, just without the on-rails stuff. And then Turok, so kind of reboot the Turok, and I couldn't really get into this game, to be honest. Maybe I'll try again later. Red Faction Guerrilla, so this is really fun, where you get to destroy all these different buildings with a sledgehammer and all these other tools. It's very fun and addictive, and I don't know why Red Faction, they haven't tried to make a sequel to this or another game that has those same physics, right? Because this is so fun. Then Velvet Assassin, okay, but not the greatest. It plays, a lot like Hitman games, just on a much lower budget, right? So, yeah, not too bad, but one more pile to go, and then, yeah, we have the special editions. Alright, here we go. Infinite on Discovery. I still have to beat this game, but I'm on the second disc, and yeah, really fun JRPG, one of those hidden ones again, and it's understandable because Infinite on Discovery is one of the dumbest names ever. But yeah, I highly recommend this game. It's a lot of fun, and there's a lot of humor in it as well. Far Cry 2, so this one's a bit underrated too, and it's a fun game, but they make you do way too much. Like, it's way too long of a game. I gotten far in it, and then I just kind of stopped because it's like, okay, I had enough of running back and forth. There's not enough fast travel points, but it's pretty fun, and it's a lot of fun to kind of set, some grass on fire and see how it sort of builds and all that. There's something weirdly satisfying, oddly satisfying about that for whatever reason. Then Fist of the North Star, Ken's Rage, there we go. So yeah, another recent pickup, so can't say much about this, but love the Fist of the North Star series and all that, manga, whatever you want to call it, and so yeah, love the games. They're so ridiculously over the top action brawlers. Then Mercenaries 2, World in Flames, so pretty fun, kinda just blow everything up. It's weird that the first game is backwards compatible, but not this game on Xbox, so yeah, just keep that in mind if you buy it. Resident Evil 5, so kind of the game where they sort of jump the shark a bit with a lot of weird things like punching a boulder and all that, and yeah, just didn't really feel Resident Evil anymore being an action game with the focus on co-op, which obviously makes it very less scary, so yeah, but it was still fun. Yeah, Divinity 2, so this is the original. Yeah, Ego Drogness. So yeah, this is the original where, yeah, if you get this version, it won't play on Series X. You need the kind of definitive edition. Then Rage, so yeah, this was quite a bit of fun, but yeah, didn't have the greatest story. Like, a lot of this game was based on kind of the graphics, because yeah, it was fantastic looking and all that, but it was still pretty fun. Then, oh man, I can't remember how you pronounce this game. Automodus Excellent. Inspired by Gradius, but yeah, just shoot 'em up, and I really like shoot 'em ups. This one isn't one of the better ones, but I enjoy shoot 'em ups anyways. Superman Returns. This game sucks. That's all I can say is, yeah, just, and I forgot to include it in my superhero stuff, my bad, but yeah, it's just not very good. Then, Magna Carta 2, so this was suggested to me by Nintendo Power, so thank you for the suggestion, because yeah, I do really enjoy this game, a lot of fun, but I'm very early in it, so I can't say too much. It does take a while to get used to the controls because it is a lot slower of a JRPG, but yeah, very cool and very great voice acting too. And then Tales of Vesperia, so yeah, used to be my favorite Tales game, and then yeah, play a few others, but you know, still really fun. And yeah, another 360 exclusive. Eventually this version got ported on the PS3, but only in Japan, along with some extra updates, right? So yeah, and then we finally got the remaster with those updates and kind of weird scenes without Troy Baker, which was weird to hear. Then Singularity, so this game's a ton of fun, and it's too bad that after this game flopped that Activision's like, yeah, Raven, you're just making Call of Duty now, but this is a fantastic first-person shooter, highly recommend. And then in this one is Ghost Recon Advanced Warfighter, so I think this also came with my first 360 bundled in, but yeah, the Ghost Recon games were pretty fun, and that one, remember enjoying. I can't remember much about it anymore. Then we have Lollipop Chainsaw, so yeah, really silly, another Suda. I want to say, yeah, it's gotta be Suda 51 because that's what I want to keep saying, but yeah, really silly game of, you know, you play as this cheerleader who's in the zombie apocalypse and kind of keeps her boyfriend's head alive, and it's just bizarre and very repetitive. Then we have some Vin Diesel games. So first, the bad one, Wheelman. So there's fun to be had with this one, but it is a dumb game, and you know, like Vin Diesel adds a lot ambition for this title and all that, but yeah, it didn't really pan out. But there's still some fun to be had with it. And then the excellent Chronicles of Riddick. So yeah, this is Assault on Dark Athena, and what's so cool is, yeah, you get the remastered version of Escape from Butcher Bay, so all on the same disc, which is fantastic because that game's really cool. And yeah, this should not be as good as it is. It's still so fun to play. Then we have Lost Planet 1. I have 2 and 3 on PS3, so yeah, really enjoyed Lost Planet games, but I know a lot of people have issues with it, especially because you have to constantly kind of worry about, like, the cold and building your meter up and all that, but yeah, pretty solid third-person shooter. Then we have Bakugan Battle Brawler, so just got this very cheap and obviously for kids, but this game's actually surprisingly fun. It's super repetitive, so you know, you have to play in small chunks, but there's a lot of fun to be had. It's kind of hard to explain how it works, but it's really kind of fun and addictive of just, yeah, you roll these little Bakugan around and you kind of attack your enemies. Yeah, it's, I would have to do like a video or gameplay to show, but yeah, it's surprisingly fun. Then before we got Red Dead Redemption, we had Gun, so this was kind of our Red Dead for a while, but you know, not too bad. It's very outdated now, but at the time, you know, not too bad of a game, and you know, there's still fun to be had with it. Then we have Majin and the Forsaken Kingdom. So this one I haven't played too much. I mean to go and play it some more, you know, because yeah, I like kind of these puzzle adventure games, so have to go and play that. Then yeah, the first Borderlands, I have Borderlands 2, but again, special edition, so I'll show that later. And yeah, really cool art, you know, cel-shaded art, and fantastic first-person shooter mixed with RPG, and yeah, really cool stuff. And then finally, the last remnant. So yeah, this 360 version unfortunately is broken. Like, it's very difficult to play because the frame rate's really bad on it, and yeah, it's borderline unplayable on the 360. So if you want to play this, you'll probably have to settle for a digital version of it, either on PC or like the remaster on PS4 or whatever. But it is a really great game, just unfortunately it's hard to play on the 360. But that's all the 360 games, so at least these physical ones now will do the special editions, and then that'll be it. So give me a sec to set everything up. Okay, so yeah, I have everything here for all my special editions. So let's start with the big ones first. So Assassin's Creed 3. Just this. So yeah, we have our Connor. Be careful, Connor statue here. There we go. And then yeah, Assassin's Creed 3. Gotta make sure I did grab it. Then in here, we just have, yeah, kind of this big thing, because yeah, it comes with like a flag, which yeah, I'm not going open, sorry. And then we have like a kind of art book sort of thing, but it's all in kind of old style and everything, so yeah, really cool. Whoops, did I accidentally? Oh, there we go. Whew. And yeah, comes with like just a belt buckle, I believe. But yeah, again, not going to open it right now, but that is everything. So can put this back. There we go. We'll put it down for now, and then yeah, we'll do Borderlands 2. So first, the chest. So yeah, this comes with the chest, which would normally be a weapons crate chest, but inside, if I can open this is kind of finicky to open, I remember. There we go. Yeah, I basically, inside I keep like all my Game Boy handheld stuff in here. I'm like going tilted because I'm afraid the games will fall out. So yeah, and we have Borderlands 2 steel case. We have a Marcus bobblehead. And then inside we have like art book, like number authenticity. Going to have to turn this upside down. Okay, so yeah, I put the figures away, and the box for Marcus. And then yeah, it has map of Pandora. It's this journal. So yeah, the field journal of Sir Hammerlock. Oh yeah, it comes with like all these different stickers and everything. And opening this, it's like going back, and yeah, the art book, which, can I open it to a page that will be okay? Yeah, that'll be okay, I think. And then, I think these are, yeah, so, just before I open it, which, ooh, okay, there we go. I think these are like weird postcards or something like that, or art cards, and not sure. But kind of put that back. And then, okay, and this would be like a poster, you know, we'll open it, and then, yeah, the certificate, which I have the 35,401 out of 53,160. So, yeah, pretty cool stuff, and probably, yeah, I'll put all this back after. Oh, sorry. Sorry about the squeaking. This can stay here for now. Then, yeah, we have Halo 4 Limited, so show, yeah, front, back, and then, yeah, open this up, you get a steel case for Halo 4, along with 14-day trial, some Avatar add-ons, so Forward Until Dawn. Yeah, and think these are kind of just blueprints or something like that, like, yeah, not sure. And, yeah, can't remember what this is. I'm not going to open it because I'm not sure if it contains spoilers or anything. I know Halo 4's been out for a while, but also I don't want to, like, make too many creases in a lot of these things. But, yeah, Halo 4 was very, very good, very solid, and, you know, it's too bad a lot of people just seem to not really like it too much, but I really enjoyed it. Then Halo Wars, this game's a lot of fun, and one of the other, you know, probably the best controlling, like, real-time strategy game ever, so yeah, get really great steel case here. And then inside, I think it's just like art, yeah. Oh, right, it's the comic book, Halo Wars Genesis. And then, yeah, you get like a hat, helmet. Well, again, I don't want to open these too much, sorry. Just want to show you get you a good idea of what each thing comes with. So, we'll put all that back. And then, yeah, here's Mass Effect 3 kind of collectors. So, yeah, you got male Shepherd and female Shepherd for your steel case. And sides, yeah, you get like mini comic here of, yeah, Invasion, so cool stuff. Not sure what that is. And then, yeah, you get an art book. So, yeah, and Mass Effect 3, again, like I said, I think it got flagged for the wrong reasons, because really the games themselves were still a ton of fun. And, okay, is there something else in here? Oh, there is. Okay, sorry. There's a Velcro Melody 7 patch. There we go. Like, why can't I get this in here? This should be easy. There we go. Put that back. And there we go. Oh, other way. And then, yeah, we have Soul Calibur 4, so I don't have the t-shirt anymore. Unfortunately, it's kind of ruined, but the t-shirt had Siegfried and Yoda on it, but you get, yeah, kind of this nice little tin case. And then, yeah, you have the game itself, poster here, which, yeah, one side would be Yoda, other Darth Vader, and it comes with a little comic book and then some DLC and all that, so, yeah, pretty cool. And Soul Calibur 4 was a lot of fun. Like, I had a blast playing that game and creating characters, and, yeah, just really great game during my high school days, so put all this back. Then we have The Witcher 2, so Witcher 2, fantastic. Now, this isn't really a collector's edition or anything, this is kind of the regular edition, but comes with, yeah, the game and then these fantastic, like, yeah, manual and fantastic guidebooks, right? Like, very thick. It reminds me of, like, kind of PC days with, like, Diablo 2 and all that, where, man, you would just get a lot of information from your manuals, right? So, yeah, and The Witcher 2 is a fantastic game, and again, backwards compatible with Series X, so, yeah, really, really great game. Then we have Grand Theft Auto 5, everyone knows about this, I don't think I need to really talk about it. It's been re-released as many times as probably like Skyrim at this point, but yeah, comes with map of Los Santos and all that. Again, I'm not going to really open it, and then a steel case for Grand Theft Auto 5, so yeah, we'll put that back, but yeah, Grand Theft Auto 5 I'm just kind of like done with, right? It's just, it's been overdone way too many times. Sorry about that. Moving on, we have Two Worlds, so yeah, this one was very cheap. Again, it says like $35 on the sticker, but I definitely didn't pay that, especially with the condition of this. This was super cheap, so yeah, like, think of thick manual and then, you know, kind of one of these fold out ones where I think it has like a map and documentary and all that, and yeah, it was set to be the Oblivion Elder Scrolls killer, and it never turned out because the game was pretty buggy, so yeah, not great game. And then we have Fable 3, so just that, and then comes with kind of nice little book and all that, and inside, which Microsoft loved doing this for whatever reason for these collector's ones, having the black box. But yeah, you have that. Then underneath you have like a secret compartment where you can pull out, and it comes with, yeah, two-sided coin, and then some playing cards. So honestly, this was a pretty bad collector's edition, if I'm being honest. Just, yeah, there wasn't much to it, and wasn't really worth paying the extra money, even if it was only an extra like $10 at the time. Yeah, it just wasn't really worth it to me. And then we have Fallout New Vegas Collector's Edition. So in here we get this nice box, and yeah, we get very nice hardcover comic book. Again, I don't want to really open it right now. And then, yeah, we get the game. We get like this kind of skill tree chart and all that. Again, I'm not going to open it all the way. Get making of DVD in here. Some playing cards. Platinum chip coin. And some other kind of casino chips. So, yeah, you know, again, not the greatest collector's item, but it was okay, you know. Again, didn't cost too much or anything like that, not too much extra. Then finally we have Kingdoms of Reckoning, or Kingdoms of Amalur Reckoning. So this is a really fantastic game, and this collector's item, I believe only about either 1,000 or 10,000 were made and all that. I wanted to get the one where you got like a troll statue signed by either like Todd McFarlane or R.A. Salvador or something like that, but yeah, it was a bit too expensive, so settled with this. And yeah, inside kind of get the whole map of the world. You get a bunch of little playing dice. Then we'll open this up and you would get the game. You get a CD, some DLC, which don't need to really show, kind of like tarot cards or whatever, and then a cloth map of the world. So, oh, and also this nice little dice bag. So yeah, that's every single game in my 360 collection. I know this video is going to be quite a bit longer than I probably would have liked. But yeah, this was still a ton of fun to make. I hope you all enjoyed this. And yeah, I probably won't do another collection video for a while because really I need to buy more games for other systems. I just don't have that many, right? So yeah, it might take a while before I do another collection video. Like I was thinking of maybe doing Game Boy, Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance, adding all those together, but I still don't have that many, so I might leave that for while. But I hope you enjoyed. Again, if there's any games you want me to do a gameplay video on and all that, let me know. I'm more than happy to do that. And yeah, I hope you all enjoyed. I'm sorry this was a long video, but it was a lot to talk about and get through. So yeah, I still hope you enjoyed, and if you stuck around all the way to the end, congrats and thank you so much for watching. I know, long, but yeah. Anyways, take care everyone. I'll see you next time. Bye.